11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Everybody, welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma. As we get set here today for this matchup between the Seattle Tyrants and the Tulsa Desperados. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Damon Seaman, and alongside me I have my best friend, one in the whole wide world, T-Roy Gaines. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, Damon. How's everything going with you?
Everything is great, dude. On this Sunday, I am ready for some football, ready to call this game. As we look at the matchup between these two teams, they're 2-1, which is Seattle, who came over from Dallas this season in the move up into the Pacific Northwest, and they're one game above 500 versus this Tulsa team.
Yeah, this is the fourth meeting all time. The first meeting of this season went to Seattle. They won the game 34-24. So, Tulsa wants to get revenge. And we got two teams themselves who wants to keep on moving on up on the playoff spots. We got Seattle who wants to move up to first place. They're going to need help from a couple of teams knocking the top two off their playoff spots, while Tulsa needs a win and basically win out to help their playoff chances. This should be a very good game, Damon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as these two teams come in. Seattle has one of the best offenses in the league, especially at the running back position with Zach Sandlin. This dude has been a terror all season long, and we saw his breakout game last season, and we saw what he could do coming out of the backfield, whether it's receiving or running the ball as well. And I believe that Tulsa's going to have their hands full today.
Yes, they're going to have to make sure they keep Sandlin from getting a full head of steam by knocking him off his path of going north and south. That's going to be very important for Tulsa if they want to contain number 32 in the white and teal.
And the ball is on the tee and booted from Tulsa. Here is the Seattle out down to the 32-yard line. On that return was Nick Castle.
And that's a good start and a good return from the week 7 signee, the 6', 200-pounder, helping his team out big time, giving Seattle the ball on their own 32.
The Tulsa Desperados in all black with the reddish trim. Seattle Tyrants, blue hat, gray jersey, looks like teal pants. And there's an out route to the top of the field. That pass is complete. And that looks like that was a return guy. I'm sorry, that's Junior Senior the third come away with that reception. His first of today's game.
Well, actually, the rest were unkind to him. I thought it was a catch too, but they said that he dropped it. So that's unfortunately going to be a second down 10.
I see that. I thought it was a completion myself.
Same here.
I thought he got the twinkle toes in, Fred Flintstone style. 4 wide receiver set here for the Tyrants. Single back. Here's Sandlin. There's a pass right across the middle of the field. That was a juke move by Junior the third.
And you said yourself, Damon, that juke move after the nice one-handed catch helped JS3 get to the first down marker. Tulsa's going to have their hands cut out for him if Junior C. LeFleur gets hot.
That was a nice sidearm throw by Luyendula. There's a handoff hit to Sandlin. Wonder when we was going to see him. Oh, I thought he almost broke that tackle. He would have been to the house, T-Roy, if he would have.
Yes, and that's Tulsa's biggest problem right now is getting Zach Sandlin from running north and south. He is a 6'2", 260-pounder. So it's easy for him to run straight ahead at full steam ahead. They need to have somebody to derail him, force him to run outside, and somebody else knock him out, keep him from getting those positive yards.
260 pounds. That is a big dude coming out of the backfield. And Tulsa's going to bring only 4. And there's a strike right across the middle of the field. Picks up another first down for the Tyrants. And that's Mason Kirby.
Mason Kirby had 5 receptions for 62 yards in the win last week versus Charlotte. A close game against Charlotte last week. Tulsa's going to have to find some way to make Seattle one-dimensional if they want to stay in this game.
Run straight, all slants. Another strike by Luyendula. This time to the tight end, Christian Carr.
And the former London Knight and Vancouver Legion tight end comes to Seattle, has been making a big impact for them. He had 6 receptions for 107 yards and 1 TD in the win last week.
Single back, 4 wide receiver set here now for the Tyrants. Leon Doulas takes a one-step drive, dumps it off to Sandlin, picks up the first down, bulldoze one guy in the chest, out to the 10-yard line. Gonna call it the 11th, and man, number 24 just got derailed, T-Roy. Dante West.
And I hate to say that because Dante West used to play for Seattle back when they were in Dallas. You know, he wants payback after last week's win, but he's not off to the good start after getting trucked.
It's a far formation. 7-step drop now by Luyendula. Got him in. That's his 100 touchdown pass of the career for Jaquez Luyendula. Oh my, what a pass. And that's not taking anything away from Nick Castle as well, the tight end. I mean, the receiver coming away with that reception, T-Roy.
Yeah, so the Week 7 signee gave Seattle a great field position to start off the game, and he ends this drive with a nice one-handed catch with basically no one around him to contest him. Great opening drive by Seattle. Tulsa's going to have to respond, which they are capable of doing based off of last week's result.
And T-Roy, you have anything to say about Jaquez Luyendula coming away with his 100 touchdown reception? I mean, 100 touchdown pass on that play.
This is what we know to expect from a guy who has thrown for over 13,000 yards passing, and that was an easy touchdown. That's the easiest touchdown he'll ever have in his career.
I probably have to agree with it. That was a very easy touchdown pass as Castle gave him a good target there down on the bottom of the field. Look at the top 6 teams in the SFL. You have Denver at 9-1, Baltimore Vultures, T-Roy's team at 8-1, the Seattle Tyrants, my apologies, are on top of the SFL. Those 3 teams there are looking to get in that number 1 spot. As it is wide open, T-Roy, the playoffs is wide open here in the SFL this season.
And this game is a very exciting game because both teams are fighting for playoff spots. As you just talked about, Seattle wants to move up, trying to get that number 1 spot. They'll also need help. They'll need my team to take a couple L's for them to move on up. Hopefully that won't happen. And Tulsa themselves just needs to win out. And that guy right there, Sanzo Robinson, a Baltimore brother like you are, Damon, is going to be a key factor in them winning today.
Here's Ashley Jackson, right across the middle of the field. Got a receiver, picks up 9 yards.
Yeah, Marcel Miller, the 6'4", 211 backup wide receiver, making a huge play right there to start them off on this down and distance. They got plenty of options now, Damon, this second and short.
Here's Ashley Jackson in a weak formation. Spread, that is. Handoff here to Sanzo Robinson. Robinson's going to lose a yard. T-Roy hitting the backfield by a host of Tyrants. And it looks like number 60 came away with the tackle, and that's Jukin Rukin.
Yeah, Jukin Rukin and Denzel Maverick combined on that tackle, making this a 3rd and 2. Good job by the star lineman of Seattle.
Shotgun formation now, Ashley Jackson, 3rd and 2. Got an out route, man above top of the field, comes away with that reception. And that is Stephen Bush, the sure-handed guy here for the Tulsa Desperados, coming away with that reception for the first down.
Yeah, nice outside slant, and by Bush, and that left gave him enough room for him to make that catch. He's 82 yards away before that catch to reach him 3,500 yards receiving for his career. Nice job by Bush extending this drive.
As you mentioned, that he comes into this game with 3,418 yards receiving, 17 touchdowns. Trips left here for Jackson. Sanzo Robinson in the backfield. Out route down to the bottom of the field. There's a reception. That's Corey Jones. Spin moves. Oh, they're going to say that he stepped out right before the first down line.
Yeah, while he did step out before the first down line, that was a great play by him. Seattle's not focusing on the receivers, it looks like. They've been having plenty of room to make catches so far. They're going to have to make the adjustment if they want to stop this passing attack led by Ashley Jackson.
Let's look there at Corey Jones, the speedy receiver for this Desperados team, the deep threat. There's a handoff here to Robinson. Robinson, oh, what a spear in the backfield. Going to lose 2 yards on that hit. My goodness, E.K. Vincent coming up big on that tackle.
Man, and one thing that helped them come up big at that tackle, Sanzo had to jump prematurely, unfortunately, and you give E.K. Vincent a chance to hit you and say Duval afterwards, he's going to take advantage of it.
Weak formation once again here for Jackson. Takes a 5-step drop. Got a man wide open to the corner. Oh, that's going to be deflected away by Martino.
Great job by the undrafted rookie with another pat down. That's his, believe it or not, his third of this season. And it couldn't come at a more opportune time because it's going to force Tulsa to punt and stop their momentum that they built up for this opening drive.
There's a great drive there by the Tulsa Desperados, T-Roy, and just unfortunately couldn't get past the sticks to pick up the first down as you stated there. And there's the punt. And looks like no fair catch is going to be called. And the return guy, my apologies, I'm thinking about Tulsa. And everyone, we'll be right back. We're going to cut to a commercial break. See you in just a few. Welcome back to Tulsa. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports Network. Here we have the Tulsa Desperados in all black facing the visiting Seattle Tyrants. Seattle has already scored with 7 points on the board. 5-step drop here by Luyendula. Got a man downfield, sideline, and that is Sandlin. And Sandlin's going to pick up 3 before being tackled and brought down by
Yeah, great job by Espen Royale, the 6'5", 240-pounder, 7th season in this league. He needed 3 tackles, which now make it 2 to reach 700 for his career. Good tackle by him, making this a 2nd and 7.
Trips right for Luyendula. Takes a 2-step drive. Got an out route to the top of the field. That pass is going to be completed. And that is to the tight end, Christian Carr. Christian Carr, they love throwing to this guy.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard not to throw it to a guy who's 6'7", 249-pounder. He was coming into today's game 44 yards away from 2,900, for his career as a tight end.
Underneath the center is Luyendula. Going to throw a shovel pass to Sandlin, and Sandlin is hitting the backfield. 4th and 2, and the Tyrants are going to have to punt it away.
And Damon, I think that's just Seattle being too cute there. Instead of just handing him the ball off like they normally would, decided to do a shovel pass, and that definitely bit Seattle in the butt there.
Teams have tried to master the shovel pass, T-Roy, but I tell you one thing, there's only been one team here in the SFL pass. That was the Louisville Wolf ball yard line before being tackled.
And Charles Ball is coming up from a couple of milestones himself as a as a punt return. We'll see if he'll reach that very soon.
Here's Ashley Jackson. Trips left. Sanzo Robinson in the backfield all by himself. The defense is in a 3-3 nickel. Dumps it off to the middle of the field. And going to pick up about 4 yards on that reception. And T-Roy, that was to the tight end, Anthony Mosley. This is Mosley's first season with the team.
And he came in today's game with the same number of receptions as his teammate Michael Sy, 37, and he came in today's game with 350 yards. So that's a good catch by him in the previous drive there.
There's a
Previous
handoff
catch.
by Robinson. Robinson's going to lose 2 yards. Or did he just get back to the line of scrimmage?
I think he may have got back into the line of scrimmage for a no gain, but Maverick, good job
Yeah.
by him with the tackle there.
Coming in today's the game, Ashley Jackson needs about 42 yards to go up to get 5,800 yards total for her career. There's trips left, single back right. 5-step drop here by Jackson. Rose right as well. That pass was almost intercepted. Looking for the disaster there when you try to pick on the defense of Pete Mitchell, the new signing. Great defensive play there by the backup free safety.
Yeah, 6'2", 215-pounder, part of a dangerous secondary here in Seattle, where all the star corners have at least 2 interceptions. And you just add Lyric Jenkins, Pete Mitchell, and Salinas in there. It's going to be a deadly time for Ashley Jackson to throw the ball against them.
We're going to cut to a commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports Network. See you when we get back. Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League. You're watching live on 11 Sports Network. My name is Demond Seaman, the play-by-play commentator, and I have T-Roy Gaines alongside me today here in the booth as we're in Tulsa Desperado. Shotgun formation is Luyan Dula. Got a man right across the middle of the field who makes that reception out to the 42-yard line. What a catch and grab by Mason Kirby, the slot receiver.
And that's the second catch, and it looks like, unfortunately, the backup secondary cornerback Lee Haywood Palmer decided to let Mason Kirby go uncontested up the middle. That allowed Kirby to get the room he needed to make that catch. Good start for Seattle on this drive.
Another shotgun formation here for the Tyrants. Defense is in a 4-1-5 dime formation, and that pass is going to be incomplete. And that was in target for Mason Kirby once again before he been brought down by Ball.
Let's also give props to Nate Heslett, number 21. He was also a key factor in that pass breakup with Ball finishing the play off. Now Tulsa needs to shake off the rush from the previous 2 drives and stop this passing attack and make Seattle become one-dimensional.
There's a handoff into Sandlin, wide open down the bottom of the field. He got 2-man to beat, and he's going to be hit. Break that down. Kanye Rockefeller, my goodness, what a run by the second-year player. Sandlin, my goodness, what a run out down to the 15-yard line.
And this is what happens if you don't make a team one-dimensional. The passing attack's been awesome so far for Seattle in the first 2 drives, and it started this drive, and then they focus on the passing attack. That allows Zach Sandlin to go uncontested past the first down sticks, and then he was able to break 3 or 4 tackles, sending a couple of people to the shadow realms there.
And with that tackle, Zach Sandlin does jumps over the 3,600-yard mark for the career of his rushing yards, and there's another handoff into Sandlin as he picks up 4. Here's the leading rushers, T-Roy. Call them out for us.
Yeah, coming into this week's action, Reggie Streeter leads the pack right now. Robert Redford had a monster game last week. We got Ray Bentley, Zach Sandlin, and some dude wearing 35, wearing the red and black in 5th place.
I think his last name is Gaines.
I think so too.
Single back formation here for the Tyrants. Louis Dula underneath the center, going to take a 5-step drop, pumps the ball, and got a man right across the middle of the field, picks up 2 yards. And it looks like that was junior, senior, the third coming with. I think that's his second reception of the game.
Yeah, and the passing attack's been good, but now they got a sticky situation here on 3rd and 4. Will they decide to give Sandlin the ball and test this defense of Tulsa, or are they going to go ahead and put it through the air and get 6 that way?
Here. 1-step drop here by Louis Dula. Steps up. He's hit. He's hit hard in the back. Going to lose about 4 yards on that sack, T-Roy.
And unfortunately, I couldn't make out the number of the guy who made the sack, but great job by the Tulsa defense stepping it up to the challenge, forcing Seattle to basically get 3 when it looks like they're about to have 7.
I couldn't see the number on the sack as well. We do have Mark Lopez on stats, so we'll get that information from him shortly here from the truck. There's the kick here by Seattle. That 30-yard field goal is good right down the middle. They're going to jump up 10-0 over the Tulsa Desperados.
And even though he's a non-contract kicker in Chip Longfellow, he has been money ever since he took over the kicking reins this season for Seattle. Very reliable target there. He's very short at 5'8", but he's a biggin at 230 pounds.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to speak on the weight of this guy. Man, what is he eating?
Wherever he's eating, I need to get some of him.
I know. You know, you and I, we love barbecue.
Yes, we do.
Here's Charles Ball on the return. Ball hit and brought down at the 30-yard line. He's being tackled by a host of Tyrants. T-Roy, there's a wild card race. Tell me who's your favorite to come out of there.
But right now, if I had to pick one, it has to be the 3-time champs. Of course, we faced them on Monday night, but Atlanta picked up a valuable win today. So did Queen City. Sioux Falls needs to stay in the wild card hunt as well. But if Tulsa wants to be in this wild card hunt, they got to pull off the win against Seattle, and they have the ability to do so.
As Jackson got a man open, as Corey Jones right down the middle of the field, down to the 49-yard line of Seattle. My goodness, what a strike. I mean, that was a bullet. How about we name Ashley Jackson 9mm for her number 9?
Yes, well, 9mm did a great job with that pass there because she was able to lead number 54 of Seattle into that ref and kept him from being an impact on that play. Great throw by Jackson, 9mm. I like that. Great throw by her.
I mean, that ball came out fast, T-Roy.
A frozen rope.
Here's 9. Changing the play, calling an audible, tapping the hat. Omaha. Takes a 5-step drop. Oh, what a pretty pass right in the basket. Oh, Anthony Mason. I'm sorry. Anthony Mosley comes away with that touchdown for the Tulsa Desperados. Did you see that throw by Ashley Jackson? Lost it right over the defense. I mean, no one was there, but man, she put it right in the bucket.
That, you can't get a perfect pass right there. That was a great pass. You see the rainbow, and Anthony Mosley was able to taste the rainbow right there after making that catch and take it to the house for 6. That's his 4th touchdown this season.
I mean, that was a beautiful throw by Jackson, man. Oh, my.
That was the easiest pass I think Tulsa ever had right there.
There's the extra point. It is up. Make sure that you follow the Simulation Football Elite on Instagram. And not only on Instagram, and also while you're over there at Instagram, give our partners Nation Best a follow as well. But also follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube as well. At the same, what is it? At, I guess, Simulation FL. Oh, it's called tag handle. Sorry about that. And here's the Tyrants on the return. And that is Castle.
Another great return by Castle. Let's talk about the last two drives. Tulsa's drives just 2 plays, 70 yards, and a 49-yard touchdown pass. While Seattle has 7 for 71 yards for that previous field goal attempt. Thanks to Mark Lopez there helping us out on stats. The sack from the previous drive was by number 44, Gus Jones, the backup linebacker for Tulsa, that ended Seattle's drive.
One-step drop by Leandula, 90 all slants, and that pass is going to be completed 1 yard shy of the first down. That's Tristan very fourth reception.
Yeah, he's been very active. I believe that is his 4th reception of the game. He's the reason why this passing attack has been awesome so far in the first quarter for Seattle. Tulsa's defense going to have to step up and put a stop to it if they don't want this game to be a long one for them.
I thought it was a play action, but it was the handoff to Sidney. Leandula sure fooled me up in the boot. I mean, it looked like he and hit it in his arms, and that's going to be end of the quarter, everyone. We're going to take a short commercial break here, and we're going to leave out of here as it is 10-7. You're watching Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. On 11 Sports Network is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House, and brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new SFLinteractive.net today, and by Matt Doyle Design, the official branding partner of the SFL, and by Media Tech Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Arrow Shots brought to you by AirViews, United by Drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. That's AirViews, AIRV as in Victor, UZ. T-Roy, we have the Tyrants here, 1st and 10 at Tulsa's 48-yard line. 3 wide receivers set here coming out of the far formation. Little pressure on Leandula. He's going to have a completion across the middle of the field, and it looks like that is to Castle. No, that's not Castle. My apologies. That is to Junior Senior the third.
And we're talking about this on the break. The passing game's been doing a great job for Seattle right now. And then that's going to set them up for the running game later on, which it did in the previous possession they had that stop that ended only in 3 points. But you know they want 6 on this drive.
There's a little pressure by Gibladu, and the Gibladu comes up with his 15th sack of the season. Oh, and he throws up the Q-Dog sign right over Leandula. Better hope that he doesn't get a personal foul for taunting there by the referee, R62.
Yeah, but look at that tackle. He's able to spin him around while in the air. Great block shed by Ghibli Dude, and then another and way to go to finish that play off. Ghibli Dude is a sack monster for Tulsa, as we're about to see here.
There's a handoff to Zach Sandlin. Sandlin breaks the tackle, breaks 2-3 more. Oh my goodness, what a run by the halfback to gain those yards that was lost off the sack from Gibladu, as you were stating, T-Roy, about the sack leaders.
Yeah, and so that will be Ghibli Dude's 16th and a half sack now. And great run by Zach Sandlin in response to that sack, breaking a lot of tackles. And that's why I said earlier, you don't want Zach Sandlin to be able to run straight ahead uncontested. You want to be able to knock him off his path as soon as possible and then finish off the tackle, keep him from getting those monster yards.
3rd and 7. Here for the Tyrants. They need a first down here. Trips left here for Leandula. Gonna dump it off to Sandlin. Sandlin breaks that tackle, and he picks up the first down. That was West on the first attempt before Kanye Rockefeller came to blow him up.
And that's why I said earlier, I don't know if we're going to get a replay, but as soon as Sandlin made that catch, West had to be there before he got himself set going straight. He wasn't. He was a second late. That allowed Sandlin to pick up the steam he needed to get that first down.
43 defense by the Desperados. Sandlin's going to be hit. Oh, he got hit hard. My goodness, was that Kanye Rockefeller again? What does he have against Zach Sandlin?
Well, it's not Kanye. It's Richard Newton. I wonder if he's related to that QB in Carolina for that no fun league. But Richard Newton had enough of Sandlin's foolishness and just laid the lumber on him.
That was number 49. I thought it was like 46. Here's a handoff into Sandlin once more. Sandlin got the first down. Esmeralda comes away with that tackle. He was carrying Rael about 3 more yards after picking up the first down, T-Roy.
And I wonder if Zach Sandlin is near 100 yards rushing by now. That's another great run. He actually went sideways, but he was uncontested up until Espen Royale right there making that tackle to stop the damage that he was already caused, but it was too late. It's another first down for Seattle right now. They should be able. They've got 6 in sight. I'm sorry. They got to convert here though.
I'm showing 65 yards for Sandlin on the day. Here's Twins right. 2-step drop by Leandula. Fade route to the end zone. That pass is going to be incomplete. What a shot to Mason Kirby. Kirby unable to bring it in. I was about to say my famous line.
I'm sorry. I had to give Kirby the big oof of the year award right there. I don't think he needed to dive at all. Maybe jump, but he dove prematurely on a pass that looked like it was perfectly thrown by Leandula. I don't know why Kirby decided to dive there.
Maybe just kick a second boost of speed there to come away with that one. 2nd and 10 here now for the Tyrants. Handoff here to Sandlin. Sandlin put a shoulder right in someone's chest. Oh my, 105 on the ground for Sandlin, 9 carries of the day.
Yeah, this is his return to form. I know he's having a quote-unquote off year, even though he's over 1,000 yards rushing. But remember, he led the league last season with over 2,000 yards rushing, but he still makes an impact for Seattle.
There's Leandula, got an eye route to the bottom of the field. Pick up a first down. Unable to get the touchdown there, but they do pick up the first down, and that's Junior Senior III on that reception.
Yeah, I know he probably kicking himself for not being able to turn upfield after that catch and get the 6, but it's almost elementary there. There's a guy wearing number 32 who should be getting the rock right here.
1st and goal. The defense does not show that they're going to bring any type of pressure at all. Shotgun formation. This is something that's kind of fishy down here. Throwing in all this defensive coverage. Across the middle of the field. Comes away with the touchdown. Is Mason Kirby. Hollywood Boulevard. Mason Kirby, you strut your stuff, baby.
And they fooled me. I thought they're going to give Sandlin the ball. Decided to, oddly enough, considering the team that where they're playing, the city that they're playing, they decided to Pete Carroll it pays off for them. Unlike that other Seattle team a couple years ago.
I like how the defense. I like how the defense stayed home of the Desperados. But what happened was that Mason came underneath that coverage. I thought the defense was in great position to probably deflect the ball, but as I stated, he came underneath that coverage instead of going behind the coverage. Great look by Leon Dula to pick him up, coming across the middle of the field. And that's the extra point attempt. That point is good. Everyone, you're watching the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music here on 11 Sports Network. I'm your play-by-play caller today, Damon Simeon. Alongside me is T-Roy Gaines. We're up in the booth, and there's an exciting game here between the Tulsa Desperados and the Seattle Tyrants. Here's Charles Ball. Charles Ball out to the 30-yard line. 31, they're going to call it, T-Roy.
And Charles Ball went over 1,000 yards on the pass possession on his kick return as a kick return. So congrats to him. And another great kick return on this drive gives Tulsa the ball on their own 31. Let's see if 9mm right here can respond to that last touchdown by Seattle.
Here's a gun pair slot formation. Twins right. Two-step drop here by Jackson. Jackson got him in. That pass is caught right down the middle of the field. What a play. And that is Mike Osai coming away with that reception there. Ashley Jackson, 129 yards in the air today.
And you know, my fellow Baltimore brother right there, Mike Osai, has been looking forward to this game since week 1 where they lost against his former team here. And he wants to get paybacks and derail Seattle's progress in the playoffs, or position in the playoffs, I'm sorry. And he started off well with that nice catch.
Jackson on a 7-step drop. Great block by Sonzo Robinson to pick up the blitzer, and he got a completion once again. Ashley Jackson is throwing these darts. Corey Jones on that reception.
So out route works to perfection for Corey Jones. Actually, outside slant works to perfection for him. And Seattle said, okay, Sonzo Robinson, we're going to take him out. Ashley, you beat us today if you want this win. So far, Ashley Jackson is stepping up to the challenge.
You got that right, T-Roy. She's doing her job. 5-step drop. And got another reception. Corey Jones once again. No, not Jones. That is Mosley on that reception.
And he's a very valuable tight end, so he can make the long touchdown receptions as if he was a slot man, and then he can make those out route catches like a normal tight end. He's going to be a problem for Seattle if they don't cover him.
The Tulsa Desperados are moving the ball downfield at ease on this drive. Swing pass here to Robinson. Robinson breaks a tackle before being tackled and brought down at the 25-yard line. And on that tackle is Mahmoud Ajloni.
And that was a good swing pass. But the problem with the swing pass, if you got nobody blocking the receiver, blocking for the receiver, he's going to have to make more than one man miss, and Sonzo wasn't able to do so on the previous play.
3rd and 2, short pass to Sonzo Robinson, going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 4th and 2 now. Let's see what the Desperados do here. Do you think they should try to go for it, or should they just settle for the field goal?
Part of me wants them to go for it because it's 4th and 2 and their playoff positioning is on the line, but looks like they're going to settle for 3 there. So we see Sonzo. Oh, no. Sonzo's just on the sidelines. They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it here. Bring out the jumbo package. Looks like Michael Sy is down to the bottom of the field.
Come on, Tulsa, go for it.
3 tight ends on the play. Jackson's calling the signal, going to call a timeout. I guess they was trying to get the Tyrants to jump off sides, but they stayed disciplined there.
Yeah, Dion's trying to get Seattle to jump off sides, didn't work in their favor. I was wondering, Demond, at that spot on the field on the 25, would it have been better for them to just let the time run out, take the penalty for delay a game, and kick the field goal so they can save that timeout they just took?
I totally agree with you. I think that it's just horrible for the offense to waste a timeout like that. Um, but we are within the 5 minute mark here in the second quarter, leading into the half. But you never know, that third timeout could have came in handy if they get the ball back on a drive. And that 41-yard field goal is good, right down the middle by Mark Mello or
And great.
Mello.
And
Yes,
that
he's a smooth operator. Sorry to cut you off there.
Oh no, he is a smooth operator. Great job by the 6'1", 190-pounder who signed with Tulsa in Week 7. He went from couch to field as we got, I believe, not seven. Sorry, six representatives who went couch to field. Visit simulation.net and join our Discord server. You too can become a player that went from couch to field.
While we had it, how about we call them out? We got Nick Castle, came from couch to field. Angel Salinas came from couch to field. Lyric Jenkins come from couch to field. Pete Mitchell. We also have Ben Davis Jr. for Tulsa, and we have Mark Mello for Tulsa come from couch to field. Like Steve just stated, you too can come from couch to field. You can sign up and have your name called through the broadcast next week. Wednesday, we'll say, will be the last day that we're accepting new players to come in from couch to field. There's a nice bulldozing run there by Zach Sandlin. T. We're unable to mention it on the call there. Go ahead with the replay.
Up the gut and uncontested there for the first 5 yards, and then he was able to truck poor number 46, that's Kanye Rockefeller, to the shadow realm to finish that run off and get the first down for Seattle. And talking about couch the field, that's what Zach Sandlin did last season ago.
Here's Luyendula underneath the center. Split back formation. Has a tight end on the field. That is Christian Carr. Oh, what a run and throw. That pass is going to be intercepted by the Desperados. T-Roy, that's Charles Ball coming away with that INT.
So he's a great kick returner, and he is a intercepting monster. That's his 4th interception of this season. It looked like he was the intended receiver. It looks like there was some miscommunications between Tristan Carr and Luyendula, and that definitely hurt Seattle there. Tulsa got a chance to tie this game up. And speaking of, 2 more people went couch to field, our stats guys that's helping Mark Lopez are also in that booth. John Adams and Sam Simpson. They went couch to field.
Jackson. Jackson got a man open down the field. It's Corey Jones. Corey down to the 20, the 10, the 5. Corey Jones crosses Hollywood Boulevard. And boy, do we have a ball game now. I kept want to call him Kanye Rockefeller. I don't know why. I guess it's the K in Corey that was kind of confusing me there, but who cares? Corey Jones just made it to the end zone.
You know what helped? You saw the receiver that crossed with Corey Jones as we got a crossing route. That was Michael Sy. And since he is a dangerous threat, Iverson Gamble, number 39, was the guy who had responsibilities to cover Corey Jones. And he decided to go cover Michael Sy for a split second. And that's all Corey Jones needed to make that catch and get into the end zone uncontested. Great response by Tulsa.
The offense were in the gun pair slot, and that play was 50 XZ cross with that Corey Jones was to the far outside of the formation, and Michael Sy was in the slot. And as you stated, T-Roy, those 2 receivers, they crossed, and it left Corey Jones wide open.
And Mark Lopez, our stats guy, just made this note here. In 7 plays total for Tulsa, 1 field goal, 1 touchdown. So they just closed that 10-point gap in 9 plays, which includes the 2 plays Seattle had before being intercepted. That's awesome by Tulsa.
That's awesome. Way to fight back to get back in this game. And there's a spin move by Castle, and Castle's going to be hit and tackled and brought down at the 27-yard line. So now, T-Roy, does that timeout come into play now? Are you worried or concerned about that timeout now that the game is tied at all 17?
Well, here's the thing. If they stop Seattle once again and they try to double dip here, that would be amazing because they get the ball first in the second half. Seattle got the ball first in this half. So it's important for for Tulsa to stop Seattle from scoring so they get a chance to double or triple dip. Woo!
Sandlin with the handoff here with the carry. Only going to pick up 1 yard before being met by Kanye Rockefeller. And it looks like Sandlin tried to take a stutter step or pause there to allow the defenders to run by him. But no, they was right on it.
But that's the important part. If you want to stop Sandlin, you got to stop him from getting a full head of steam. And that's what Tulsa was able to do. They was able to trick Sandlin to try to make a stutter step, and they was able to clean up afterwards.
Same play, hand off to Sandlin. Sandlin, oh my goodness! Kanye Rockefeller with a big hit. Kanye, you serving barbecue down there? You didn't invite us? Man, you just hurt my feelings.
They're hurting everybody's feelings there in the white and teal with two great tackles back-to-back on Sandlin. This is important third down for Seattle.
3-3 nickel defense. Oh, it comes up the middle of the field. There's a sack.
What?
What a play by Gib-Ledoux, his second sack of the game. He came right up the middle of the field. Looks like it was on a twist stunt, T-Roy, and he brought down Luyan Dula to take away a lot of yards, bring up 4th and 10 now.
Yeah, the chat, this is a chat from the touchdown from Tulsa in the previous drive, but I know they got to be hyped after that great sack by Gib-Ledoux, making it 17.5 for the season. Ball's trying to take it to the house.
Got a spin move going there. Almost had another one being brought down at the 26-yard line. Wait, they got the ball from the 26 was the return start. Looks like they're going to be clipping call here. They're going to bring it back.
Wow.
Great return there by Charles Ball.
Really?
And that's a return, guys. Nightmare when you see a flag on the field. But after that, we're going to cut to this short commercial break. And T-Roy and everyone who's watching, we'll be back. Everybody, welcome back to the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. 1st and 10 for the Tulsa Desperados after they forced the Seattle Tyrants on the punt there. The sack by Gib-Ledoux was crucial. Out route down to the bottom of the field. Michael Sy gonna call it out of bounds. There's the stats there. Ashley Jackson with 218 yards in the first half, 2 touchdowns and 0 INTs. 9mm T-Roy has come to play today.
9mm has come to play today, and the important part, no interceptions. That's been helping Tulsa out. However, that penalty on the kickoff return definitely put a nail on the road for them. As they could have had the ball at midfield. Now they have to start on their 34.
3-3 nickel defense. They're going to bring pressure.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what a stick one by Sunzo Robinson. Breaks another tackle before being tackled at the 47-yard line. And on that tackle was E.K. Vincent, the outside linebacker. Oh, man, Robinson is pumped.
Yeah, great job able to make that first man miss after shedding his own blocker. And then he was able to take it to Seattle's 47. Great run by Sanzo there after it's been a predominantly passing attack here in the first half of Tulsa.
2-step drop here by Jackson. Goes out to Robinson. Robinson put a shoulder right in the chest of Pete Mitchell. We're going to go no huddle here. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the quarter. 5-step drop here by Jackson. Jackson going to jump it off to Robinson, and Robinson's going to hit right back to the line of scrimmage, and Tulsa's going to call a timeout.
Here's an important third down. It's already been a 14-point swing thanks to that interception from the 2 possessions ago, and Tulsa's touchdown to respond to that to make this a 17-all game. If Tulsa can get another score here, they'll have a chance to get a double dip, but they got to make this third down right now.
There's trips left here for Jackson, but look here, Stephen Bush is down to the bottom all by himself, goes on a fade route. She decides to go up to the top with Corey Jones, picks up the first down. Oh my, Steve, she missed Stephen Bush down to the bottom of the field, was wide open.
Yeah,
no
went for the
huddle.
sure thing.
56 seconds left here on the clock. Gonna switch up the play here. Pass intended for Michael Sy, and it's incomplete as he's been hit in the back. And that was just blown up from the start.
Yeah, but let's look at glass half full there. Since Osai wasn't able to make that catch, that stops the clock at 50 seconds. So now they got still one more timeout to make it happen. They're at least in field goal range, but I know they want to get closer or potentially get a touchdown here.
Yeah. Michael Sy down to the bottom of the field. Corey Jones in the slot. Throws to Sanjay Robinson behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to lose 2 yards on that play, T-Roy.
Yeah, that's not a good play there. That's going to make it's a 52-yard field goal attempt with nothing's gained.
5-step drop here by Jackson. Jackson throws. God, my goodness, what a play to the tight end. Anthony Mosley. 9mm is striking today. Underneath the center, takes a 5-step drop, dumps it off to Robinson in the flats, and he's trying to get behind the blocker. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Timeout.
15 seconds, 13 seconds. The clock is ticking. Why are you waiting for the defense to get settled? You're the offense. You could have snapped the ball at any time you wanted to, Jackson.
That could be a missed opportunity there that can help Seattle in the long run. Looks like Tulsa may settle for a field goal attempt, but they had 6 in their sights. I have mixed feelings about this drive.
I agree with you. They blew a lot of time waiting to to spike the ball there. Here's Mark Mello. And T-Roy, this is going to be a 28-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. A chip shot missed by Mello.
Oh!
Looks like he's swifted wide right. Here's a look at the replay.
Wow, that was a gimme. Unfortunately, he did pull a Florida State or a Scott Norwood from Buffalo, went wide right, and the chance to double dip goes by the wayside. Unfortunately, terrible time management near the end of that drive cost Tulsa points there.
5 seconds on the clock here, T-Roy. What would you do? I would hand it off here to Sanders and go into the half and regroup.
But see, they're not going to. I thought they would too.
Step up in the pocket. Lenyandula goes to the bottom of the field. That pass is going to be deflected away. Couldn't get the number. That looks like Dante West.
And West had a chance to do a pick 6 there, but unfortunately his momentum carried him out of bounds if he would have caught it.
And everyone, that's going to take us to the half. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on 11 Sports Network.
And Damon, we were talking during the break that the game started off slow, but usually these games that we call starts to heat up as it moves along, and that's what's happening so far in this first half.
Yeah, moving the ball has been great for Tulsa. We've seen they've been doing just that, and they're starting to play great defense. As when the game first started, the defense wasn't playing so great for Tulsa, but then they picked things up. They started to get pressure on Lenyandula and coming away with a few sacks there and INTs as well, and this defense is starting to party.
Yeah, and what's been important for them is they made the adjustments to Zach Sandlin. Earlier, as we about to see one of his runs, he usually has been getting uncontested carries for about 5 or 6 yards before the first man hits him. He's been succeeding on those type of runs throughout most of the first half, but then as the first half's about to end, Tulsa's defense was able to lay the wood on Sandlin there, and then the quarterback, Ashley Jackson, was able to burn them with some nice passes for 6, one to Mosley, and I'm sure we're going to see the one to Corey Jones later on this highlight package. But Seattle's been doing a great job being a balanced attack. Zach Sandlin's having a great game so far, going over 100 yards rushing.
Mhm.
And then Lulian Dula's been doing a good job throwing the ball. The thing is, Lulian Dula needs to minimize those interceptions. He has 4 last week's game against Charleston, which almost cost him the game. He already has 2 now. He needs to minimize those mistakes if Seattle wants to come away with today's game with a W.
Yeah, it looks like Lulian Dula, as he stepped up in the pocket on that play we threw the INT, looks like he just put too much on it, too much power, that is, on the ball, and overthrew his target. That's the thing about when you step up in the pocket there, throwing it off one leg, you're putting so much momentum into the throw, and that can happen at times where that you overthrow your target. It just throws off the accuracy of the throw due to the momentum and the momentum and the force that you're putting into the throw.
And also think about it too, on that one drive that they was able to get 6, he overthrew Mason Kirby at one point, or I thought that Mason Kirby actually dove for no reason on that one. That almost cost Seattle. Let's see if Seattle's quarterback can minimize those unforced turnovers.
There's Charles Ball on the spin move. Oh my goodness, he gets hit hard.
Now Charles Ball's getting ever so closer to 5,900 yards as a kick returner. I think actually, let me take that back. He's at 5,900 yards as a kick returner. So congrats to him.
Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Damon Simeon, and alongside me is the analyst, T-Roy Gain. T-Roy, we have a great game going on here. There's Sonzo Robinson with a broken tackle. 1 man to beat. Oh, I thought he was going to break as well before being tackled and brought into the 36-yard line. Saving touchdown tackle by number 34 of the Tyrants. And that is the cornerback, Tyler Rose.
And if it wasn't for Rose coming up, Rose is there. Sonzo Robinson would have took that to the house, but it looks like Sonzo Robinson's heating up and catching fire himself. He had a great run at the end of the first half, and he starts this half off with a monster run.
But the main thing I loved about that play is that at the end of the play, you saw Michael Sy coming to block Rose, but unable to get to Rose before he was brought down, the ball carrier, Robinson. And there's another hit here by this great defense of the Tyrants there, not allowing Robinson to pick up any more yards being brought down to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, E.K. Vincent was able to stop Robinson there, but I think Tulsa needs to get rid of those swing passes if they're not going to have somebody blocking for Sonzo as soon as he makes the catch.
Look for that crossing pattern play here, T-Roy. And there it is. Got it. Instead, they go down to the tight end, down to the bottom of the field. But Corey Jones was wide open on their crossing route, going to the post corner.
Yeah, instead they decided to go to Will Danderson, the 6'7", 240-pounder backup tight end, to get guarantee yardage. But as you said, they could have got a guarantee 6. So they decided to go to Corey Jones.
Weak eye formation twins. Here's a handoff here to Robinson. Robinson, get a great block. Picks up the first down. Hit and tackled by Cain Vasquez.
And Damon taking notes in today's game from both Sandlin and Robinson, because they've been doing a great job running the ball today. Way to go by Robinson. Decided to be patient, cut it to his right, then run up the middle and bounce it back to his left to get that positive yardage there.
I'm not sure if you saw the pancake by Anthony Mosley, man. Opened the hole for Robinson. Same play coming up. There's a handoff to Robinson, and this time nothing doing. As Ajalani comes away with that tackle.
So Ajalani coming into today's game for his career was at 336 total tackles. Of course, he added on to that stat sheet so far in today's game, but great tackle on Sonzo Robinson, who's been doing a great job running the ball in his first possession of the second half.
Jelani's fourth season as well. 5-step drop here by Jackson. Got Mosley across the middle of the field. Runner picks up 7 yards on that catch.
So I think that's the closest thing to a mesh play that I've seen in this league, where the tight end and the wide receiver cross the middle of the field. And by doing that, that actually got the defenders going towards Mosley's side. And you saw that Jones was wide open, but Jackson decided to go to Mosley anyway. He make the catch, so he rewarded Jackson on her faith in him, making this a 3rd and 3 here.
Jackson got a man open.
Dot.
Touchdown. Twinkle toes down. Millimeter throws a dot. Oh my goodness, Stephen Bush. Guess what, buddy? You just crossed Hollywood Boulevard. Get yourself a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And nobody within 3 or 4 yards of Stephen Bush there. They left him wide open because they was probably focusing on Mosley or Jones, and Bush gets on the stat sheet for a touchdown there. And Tulsa has the lead. You remember, both teams are fighting for playoff position. Tulsa wants to get back in the playoff race. Seattle wants to move up to the #1 spot, and Seattle right now is hurting.
There's the extra point attempt by the Desperados. That kick is up by Mello, and it's good. And we're going to cut to a commercial break as the Tulsa Desperados has jumped on top for the first time today, 24-17. Everyone, welcome back to Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Network. I'm your play-by-play commentator today, Damon Simmons. Alongside me is the great analyst, T-Roy Gaines. T-Roy, how you doing, buddy?
And this has been an exciting game so far, and Tulsa responded. 14 unanswered points, actually 17 because they got a field goal too. What a hit!
Castle got lit. And give credit to the Desperados. Backup halfback, King Jack Washington.
So Tulsa said, "Oh, you got a ace in your sleeve in Zach Sandlin and Nick Castle. Well, we got King Jack for you. Good tackle by King Jack Washington."
34 defense. Shotgun formation is the Tyrants. Get a little pressure. That pass is almost intercepted, knocked away by Espen. Great deflection by the outside linebacker.
And Damon,
inside backer.
Could we say that this is a trap game for Seattle? Because unfortunately they're playing like it right now. At least the quarterback, Lillian Dula, is having an off game so far. He needs to shake off the jitters there, dust off those cobwebs, get back to his championship form.
I think it's the pressure that he's receiving from this defense of the Desperados. 34 defense now. Underneath the center is Leondola. And going to hand off it to Sandlin. Sandlin's only going to pick up a yard before he hit and tackled by Espen and the crew.
And good job by Taylor, too, preventing Sandlin from getting that full steam ahead that we've been talking about all game. By doing that, that's allowed Tulsa's defenders to jump on Sandlin before he gets started and get those monster yards that he's been getting earlier in the first half.
Dime defense, and there's no free safety is playing up in the box. There's the middle of the field is wide open. There's a pass completed right across the middle of the field.
And Nick Castle's like, okay, you may have rocked me during the kick return, but I'm still a valuable member of this offensive crew receiving core. Nice catch by him, going uncontested in the middle thanks to the receivers backing off on him. The defenders backing off.
On Twitter at SimulationFL. Use the hashtag Make an Impact. There's a shovel pass once again, and this time it works. They're only going to pick up 4 yards on it, though.
Well, let's look at it glass half full, though. 4 yards in comparison to a 2-yard loss the last time they did a shovel pass. So that's a good start on this down and distance. As you see, Ghibli do's stats total right there: 2 sacks, 3 tackles. Whew.
It's a
Another good
dangerous
day.
pass. It's a dangerous pass because you're throwing it in traffic, and that pass can be intercepted. There's a handoff here to Sandlin. Sandlin breaks a tackle. Man, this Tulsa Desperado defense is just clamping down now on Sandlin here in the third quarter.
And that's due to the great adjustment by the Tulsa coaching staff and Deion Hawkins, knowing that they need to stop Sandlin before he gets a full head of steam. He already's over 100 yards, but he's been contained ever since he passed that 100-yard rushing mark.
7 bits donated by Espen on that tackle. And there's another dart down the middle of the field by Luyendula, coming away with that first down reception. And that was Junior Senior the third.
Yeah, he's been having a great day so far today. Good job by Luyendula getting this third down conversion here. And Tulsa basically is telling Seattle, hey, your quarterback's going to have to beat us because Zach Sandlin is not going to have a monster game anymore.
Yeah, that's Junior's 4th reception on 5 targets, 31 yards on the day. Shotgun empty back formation. Going deep is Luyendula. Got him, man. What a play. Dumped it right in the basket for Nick Castle.
Wow. What? That's clutch. That's all I can say. That's clutch. He already got 1 touchdown earlier in this game. He had 3 defenders all over him, and Castle was still able to make that catch. Great job by him.
Nickel formation here for the defense. Hey, what a bulldozer play by Sandlin. Running over 2 guys. Almost picks up the first down. They're going to call it 2nd and inches now.
And Zach Sandlin was able to get that full head of steam and now allow him to truck 2 defenders on his way to a 9.5-yard gain on that carry. Nice carry by him.
Mr. 99 problems. Espen was in control of Sandlin at first, but now Sandlin is starting to gear things up and get things rolling here towards the end of the third quarter. Picks up the first down there on that carry.
And you know why Zach Sandlin's now got room to roam? Because the passing attack has gotten better for Seattle this drive here. Great job by Luyendula setting up the pass, allowing the run to flourish because of it.
Espen tried the tackle attempt on Sandlin on the last play, but Sandlin bulldozed him off. There's a good block by the offensive lineman, and Sandlin walks in, crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Give him 6 and the stat sheets.
Yeah, Tulsa fans are not happy because Sandlin got his 35th touchdown of his career. Look at that easy play for him. Number 77 for Seattle, Ethan Twinkles. That's the name. Wasn't tweaking totally right there. He made a nice block, allowing Sandlin to go into the end zone uncontested.
Great drive by Seattle. We haven't seen them have a great drive like that since the early in the second quarter, and they're going to attempt the field goal, the extra point attempt here by Chip Longfellow. And there's a snap, and the extra point is up, and it's good. Right down the middle of the field. We're going to cut to a short commercial break, everyone. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on 11 Sports Network. See you when we get back. Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Everyone, make sure you go over to our website at simulationfl.net. Scroll through the website, join our Discord, and you too can become a member of the SFL. There's Charles Ball, almost breaks free after bulldozing over 1 defender there. you too can become a player here in the SFL. You can become a coordinator, offensive and defensive coordinator. You can become from hashtag couch to the field. T-Roy?
Yeah, that's what you and me did earlier before this season. You guys can do the same. Your next opportunity. Actually, I think we're actually done with signing new people, but still, you can improve your rookie status for the draft. We also got a rookie showcase coming up before the season starts.
Jackson on a long attempt, deep attempt to Michael Sy comes up short. Well, not up short, overthrown the receiver, should I say.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson got very excited seeing Michael Sy one-on-one with the defender, and she just unfortunately overthrew the guy. We'll see if she can dust that play off her shoulders and get ready to make another big one here because Tulsa needs it. Momentum's on
Right.
Seattle's side.
And how many times do you see Michael Sy in one-on-one coverage? It looks like he is in one-on-one coverage now. Going across the middle of the field. And Jackson goes deep. That pass is intercepted. And it looks like Ajelani comes away with that INT. And it is Ajelani. And that is his third INT on the season.
And that couldn't come at a bigger time for Seattle. We just said that they had the momentum, and that was unfortunately a bad pass to Stephen Bush by Ashley Jackson, and Ajelani was able to cut in front of him, make that interception, and get Seattle back the ball. They had a 10-play, 72-yard drive last drive. We see Tulsa's defense is starting to get tired.
And that was Jackson's first mistake of the day after throwing 3 touchdown passes. INT. Leon Dula goes deep the field, and he got Junior Senior the third on a long deep pass down to the 39-yard line of Tulsa. And that's one thing about this Tyrants offense, man. They can strike at any time.
Yeah, and they averaging 31 points per game. They almost at that mark today. And that's what you like to see after getting the turnover. You want to get a big play shortly after the turnover to put the shock and awe in Tulsa's defense. And right now, Seattle's successful. We'll see if Stanley's going to get the ball here and put the hurt on them.
And my apologies, that was Jackson's second INT she thrown for the day. Logan Duda underneath the center, takes a one-step drop, side on throw, lofted up, and oh, what a catch! I thought it was going to be intercepted or even deflected, and is it Council? No, it's not Council, it's the tight end. Tristan Carr comes away with that reception. Talk about great concentration and eye and hand coordination.
Yeah, West looked like he had a chance to make an INT, but Tristan Carr, who used to had the nickname Trash, has just told West, nah, man, you're trash. I'm making this catch.
One-step drop, pump fake by Leondola. Tackled and brought down in the backfield. Going to lose 3 yards. And it looks like a safety came in on that tackle.
So we had Rockefeller earlier with a sack. And then TJ Covington, the other safety, gets another sack. So Tulsa's doing a great job surprising Seattle with their safety blitzes.
Tulsa is playing about 12 yards off of the receivers. Sandlin right up the middle of the field. Bulldozes one guy over, looks like he's going to be tackled and brought down at the 18-yard line of Tulsa.
And that's the stat line for both running backs that I would not mind having. If you're averaging 8 yards a clip, you're having a great game. Just Sandlin's having a better game right now. Let's see if Tulsa's defense can step up to the challenge and stop Seattle here.
But when you weigh 260 pounds, it's easy to have guys bounce off your body, out route towards the top of the field, and that pass is going to be complete, and looks like the third comes away with that reception as well.
Yeah, they gave Junior Senior the third enough room to make that catch, and he was able to give Seattle another chance to add on to their lead. This could be 14 unanswered points if Seattle can get a touchdown here.
Trips right for Luyendula. Junior up top, 90-all slant, steps up, throws to the back of the end zone. That pass is intercepted. That is Dante West coming away with that INT, his first of the day.
And Dante West said, wait a minute, you called me trash? Nah, y'all trash, guys. I just picked it off and put the stop your momentum there.
Everyone, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Everyone, welcome back. Tulsa now has the ball at the 20-yard line after the INT by Dante West. Here's a 7-step drop by Jackson. Throws an out route down to the bottom of the field. Corey Jones comes away with that catch. Picks up the first down as well.
So the momentum's now back at Tulsa side, but they have the pressure on them to score right now. This needs to be a time-consuming drive, starting in the fourth quarter as well. Get 7 on the board and put the pressure back on Seattle, who wants to stay in the top 5 of the playoff race to score on their next possession.
Tulsa's looking to play Spally here. 3-3 nickel defense. The DBs are playing so far off. T-Roy looks like about 10 yards. 2-step drop by Jackson. Throws off to the top of the field, and she got Stephen Bush. Picks up 4 yards on that reception. Great out route by the receiver.
Yes, but if I see that play again, what I would love for the receivers who know that the ball's not going to them is for them to go ahead and make the block for the guy who made the catch so they can get even more yards than just the 4 that we got here on that 1st and 10.
Defense comes up tight now. Strong I formation. 3 wide receivers set. Michael Sy in the slot. Stephen Bush to the top. Corey Jones to the bottom of the field. Handoff here to Sonzo Robinson. Robinson picks up the first down.
And that's a great way to end this third quarter with a first down conversion for Tulsa.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Put your 4s up, everyone. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports Network is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to #Secure the Bag, by ScoreStream, official live scoring app of the SFL, and by Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel, and the exclusive SFL shop provider, and by Spygo, dedicated to the craft of sound. Arrow shots brought to you by AirViews. United by Drone, visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. That's AirViews, AIRV, as in Victor, U-Z. T-Roy, as we were discussing during the break, is that Ashley Jackson has basically been outstanding on this drive here, basically 3 for 3 on this drive. The last possession that the Tulsa Desperados had, she threw an INT. You want to elaborate on how she's accustomed to that now?
Yeah, as we see Sonzo get the ball, a nice carry for 5. Ashley has basically shaken off that interception and has started leading her team down the field what could be a go-ahead score, and that's what great quarterbacks in any sport, any league would do is shake off that INT and lead their team to a potential lead score here. We'll see if Ashley Jackson can continue her momentum that she started at the end of the third quarter.
Michael side in the slot, throws an out route to the top of the field. It's Corey Jones. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. I think he's in, T-Roy.
Challenge that. If I was Deion Hawkins, the coach of Tulsa, I'll challenge that. I thought he got 1 foot in. Corey needs to keep his head up, though, because even if they don't get the challenge, they're going to need him to make another great play.
Absolutely. And they're not going to challenge it here. So Corey Jones has to forget about that play there. Jones is to the top of the field. One-on-one coverage looks like. I can't see if free safety is over towards his side cheating. Stephen Bush is in the slot. Michael side down to the bottom of the field. Two-step drop.
There
Jackson goes to Jones again. Jones picks up the first down on that out route.
And I have to give Iverson Gamble an oof on that one because he's the one who had Corey Jones' responsibility there. And he gave Corey Jones way too much room. Maybe he was worried about Corey Jones doing an inside slant to the house like he did earlier in this game. But because of that fear, Corey Jones was able to do the out route past the sticks, make the catch, and get the first down.
Tulsa moved their receivers all around the field. Michael side now in the slot. Stephen Bush down the bottom of the field. Sonzo Robinson gets big boy status on that run, picks up 9.
So, the running back that was before me in Baltimore was this gentleman right here, Sonzo Robinson. You see why TJ wanted Sonzo on his team back then, because he can make great plays. Another great 9-yard run by him, making this a more manageable second and short.
Is that really why? I thought he wanted him just because Deion left to Houston. There's a pitch to Robinson. He's going to lose a yard. Sorry about that. Didn't mean... I just had to throw that jab in there.
You had to throw the jab to your former coach there. I see you, Damon.
Much love for T-Roy and the Baltimore Vultures, former Crabs. Much love to Deion Hawkins, former running back for the DC Dragons and Houston Hyenas. And there's a Sonzo Robinson first down there on that carry. Tackled and brought down by the strong safety, Cain Vasquez.
Now, Sonzo's more built like a wide receiver, 6'2", but 215 pounds. But he's running like he's basically 230 pounds, 240 pounds today with some tough inside running that's been giving them positive yards.
3 wide receiver set, handoff here to Robinson. He's getting a bunko to load now. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It looks like Vasquez on the tackle along with Pete Mitchell. Let's look at our guy, everyone in the stats, T-Roy. Tell them how they can join the SFL.
Yeah, you can join the SFL by joining our Discord at simulationfl.net. Discord is located at the top of the screen. Introduce yourselves in the introduction page and just let us know how you want to be a part of the league. You can be a player, a coach, an owner, part of the broadcast team, as we're about to see a touchdown here.
Goes deep, and she got Mosley once again for his second interception of the day as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Mosley is putting on a show when he's going deep.
You know who else is put on the show? Miss 9mm herself, Ashley Jackson. She shook off that interception from the previous drive and successfully led her team down the field. But since the Seattle defense had to worry about Corey Jones and Michael Sy and Stephen Bush, they forgot about Mosley, who already burnt them once, and he burns them again, giving Tulsa the lead here.
I love how they added Sonzo Robinson into the game plan to start off this third quarter. Started giving him a heavy load of the dosage of the plays here, and then strike right down the field to Mosley to pick up his second touchdown of the day. And as we stated, Ashley Jackson, a.k.a. 9mm, a.k.a. AJ Striker, is balling.
She is balling, but we also got a great slate of games coming up. You got Queen City, San Fran, Sioux Falls after us, and then you see the Mondays lined up. Games will be on 11 Sports and Twitch, SFL Twitch, so please tune in and check us out. But great job by Ashley leading her team down the field, Damon.
Yeah, let's see if the Seattle Tyrants can answer right back. Here's Nick Castle on the return. Castle breaks the tackle, and the ball is free. One man to beat at the 40. the 30. One man. Oh, he's going to be tackled at the 16-yard line. I thought Nick Castle was going to outrun him.
Okay, everybody in the chat, in the 11 Sports Next chat on Twitch, put hashtag couch to field. Here's the prime example of that. A great return by Nick Castle, read his blocks to perfection, made the first man miss, and then he was able to bust it loose in well deep into the Tulsa's territory. They're already in the red zone. Seattle, they have to score. They need to come away with 6, and that's a great start.
Here in Tulsa, Desperado, 8 minutes left on the clock. Trips right for Jaquez Luyandola. Zach Sandlin in the backfield, 2-step drop by the QB, jumps it off to the bottom of the field, got the reception, picks up 6 yards. That is Tristan Carr on that reception.
So, Damon, this game has been punch, counter punch so far. Every time one team makes a big play, the other team is ready to respond. Seattle has responded so far with a great start, and good job by Tristan Carr on that 6-yard reception, but they have to get 6 to stay in this game.
It's haymaker after haymaker, T-Roy. 5 wide receiver set here now for the Tyrants. Hand off to Sandlin right up the middle of the field. He picks up a first down to the 4-yard line.
And Gus Jones makes a great tackle there. I believe that's the backup linebacker. Yes, the backup linebacker makes a great play there. He actually had the interception on the not the interception, the sack on Louisville earlier in this game. He makes a great play because that could have been 6 for this guy here.
Off to Sandlin, and Sandlin is tackled after he picked up 1 yard.
And we'll see if Gus Jones' tackle could have kept 6 off the board. It's going to be heavy sledding for Seattle to get this 6 here. Tulsa's defense is fired up right now.
Luyandola underneath the center, changing the play. Gonna hand it off to Sandlin. Sandlin's gonna be hit by Esperanza and tackled right before picking up the first down or crossing the goal line there. Esperanza on the tackle.
And let's give Esperanza some props there. He is definitely over 700 career tackles that happened in today's game. Congrats to him.
Throws to the back of the end zone, overthrows his receiver. That was intended for the tight end, number 88.
And they Pete Carrolled it. And this time it didn't work. They should have handed off to Sandlin one more time. They decided to go for the pass. Incomplete. And that tackle by backup linebacker Gus Jones was the key factor. That looked like that was going to be 6 for Sandlin, but Gus Jones just saved them 4 points.
Pass was intended for a Bodie Blue. Unable to come away with the catch. Tried to dive for it. This is going to be a 13-yard field goal. 18. Sorry about that. Right down the middle of the field. Right down the middle of the fight. And there it is, people. 31-27. The Desperados are on top. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. See you when we beat. See you when we get back.
I just saw that.
Unsure if I wanted to say we'll be right back.
We're not muted.
Oh, we're not muted. Oh.
Nope.
Oh, T-Roy, do we have a good one on our hand here, partner? Yes. 31-27, Tulsa on top of the Tyrants. Here's Charles Ball on the return. And he's going to be tackled and brought down at 31.
And let me give a shout out to the chat because you saw the chat popped up earlier. They put the hashtag from couch to field. So I appreciate that, chat. Good job by you guys there. And folks who are watching this game who wants to get involved in the league, you can have your name called just like Nick Castle was earlier on that return. All you have to do is join our league. You can be one of us. But Tulsa, they have the momentum right now, Demond.
And out to Robinson. Robinson breaks a tackle, picks up 8 yards. My goodness. Shot out of a cannon.
And right now, the clock is on Tulsa's favor, and they're going to try to play melt the clock. The great game for teams who have the lead, and especially if your running back gets more than 5 yards per carry. That's a good start on this down and distance.
Joker formation. Sanzo picks up the first down. Tackled and brought down at the 46-yard line. First and 10 now for Tulsa. 5 minutes and 31 seconds left here in the quarter, T-Roy, as the clock keeps ticking.
Yep, and Seattle's going to have to find a way to basically create a turnover. That missed touchdown opportunity they had in the previous drive is now coming back to haunt them. The defense has to step it up.
Single back ace formation. Out route to the top of the field to Corey Jones. Corey Jones makes the reception, picks up 6.
And he stayed in bounds. That's important too. And Tulsa came to play. I love these all black uniforms there with the orange that look kind of reddish to me, but I love these uniforms from Tulsa.
Chat shout out. A. John Perez, Nick Castle, X. the Brown Knight, Tom Roman, Coach Craven, Espen Rael, IMF and Problem, Mark Mello. I have Takal 91, Gib Ledoux, and Ban the Prophet. Everyone, welcome aboard. As you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. 3rd and 4 for the Tulsa Desperado T-Roy. They need this first down here. I do not think they should run it, but they are going to run it to Robinson. And Robinson is hitting the backfield, loses 2 yards on that carry there.
And that got him 2 yards further away from 100 yards rushing in today's game with that 2-yard loss. He's now at 97. And I think he should have just went straight, followed his blockers. He decided to go to the outside. He paid for it. But the positive is the clock kept on moving, so Seattle should have at least 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to try to take the lead.
And that's exactly what Tulsa wanted to do. They wanted to burn clock, and they have done just that as they burn more clock, letting the play clock go down to the 8-second mark. Bounces inside of the 10, going to go into the end zone, bring it back out to the 20 now for the Seattle Tyrants. Let's look at the top 6. Denver sits in the number 1 spot. The Baltimore Vultures at number 2. The Seattle Tyrants, if they lose, then Tallahassee could jump them, as Tallahassee has a bye week this week. Mexico City sits at the number 5 spot. And the question is, will Mexico City jump up further, or will Seattle jump further if they lose today, going in at 8-2?
Yeah, but Seattle can help themselves out, though. If they win, they got plenty of time to do it.
Lillian Duluk strike. Oh, that pass is intercepted by the defense. What are you going down for?
Nate Heslip
comes away with that INT big play. That was a 90 all slants play by the offense, and man, he played that play beautiful.
And that was intended to Nick Castle, but Heslip was able to cut in front of that route, get that INT, and potentially save Tulsa's season, their playoff hopes. Especially if Tulsa can get 6 on the board. They get 3, they'll still be up by 4, up by 7, I'm sorry. But I know they want 7 right now.
They're going to come back out in the single back ace formation. And 2-step drop here by Jackson. Jackson is hit as she throws.
That was smart. And we finally get to call Maverick's name for the first time since the first quarter when he combined with Rukin on the tackle on Robinson. Good job by him, but also smarter play by Ashley Jackson, not holding on to the ball and taking the sack.
Yeah, this defensive line for the Seattle Tyrants has been pretty quiet this game as they come in with a combine of 16 sacks on the season. And here's Jackson pump fake. Jackson has all day long to the back of the end zone.
Oh!
That just caught out of bounds. Michael's side with the intended receiver.
Yeah, unfortunately, that pass led Osai to the sidelines there, the out of bounds area, as we see the wild card race. Tulsa right now is trying to get into that race. They're on the outside looking in, but this win could help them get in there with a 5-5 record. They could potentially, actually, they're 11. They can get to the top 10.
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 10 now, T-Roy. At Seattle's 15-yard line. Handle to Robinson. Was open, but then he stopped at the 7-yard line, 4th and 3. They're going to settle for a field goal here. They're going to let some clock tick first, T-Roy, before they do try the field goal attempt.
And let me be honest with you guys, it's very hard to run over 100 yards rushing against this Seattle Tyrant defense, and that's what Sanso has done. And he's definitely helped his team out big time. We'll see if Tulsa can make this attempt.
29-yard field goal attempt here. They missed one earlier today. That was a 28-yard field goal attempt. Let's see if they get this one here to go from Melo. Clock is down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds. There's the snap. The snap is good. The kick is up, and Melo comes away with that 24-yarder.
And speaking about shaking off the jitters there, dusting off the cobwebs, Melo had to do that because you mentioned before he missed the gimme field goal. He made this time, making this a 7-point lead for Tulsa. Seattle has to score a touchdown now if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, I stated that it was a 29-yard attempt. It was 24 yards. I read the placement of the kick wrong. And here's Nick Castle. Let's see if we can get Castle going again. And Castle's going to be hit and brought down at the 28-yard line.
And we got to give a shout out to both Tyrone Omega and Kevin Grayson, the backups. But they were on special teams. They combined to make that tackle on the guy who's been killing them on special teams all day, Nick Castle.
Yeah, Nick Castle has been doing his thing, not only in special teams, but he has been putting in work going across the middle of the field as well. And Castle has a touchdown in this game. Shotgun formation here for Luyendula across the middle of the field. That pass is deflected away. Looks like Rael got his hands on it, and it was Espin, the inside linebacker. Great coverage there from the linebacker spot.
And Damon, you know what? I think Luyendula may have cost himself on that one. He did this little pump fake, trying to get his arm ready to throw that ball, and that gave Espin enough time to cut in front of that pass there. If Luyendula just go ahead and throw that ball, he might be able to complete that catch.
4 wide receiver set here for Seattle. Zach Sandlin in the backfield. Goes out on the route. Got him in downfield. That pass is complete. Looks like Junior Senior third on that reception. Picks up the first down to the 47-yard line of Seattle. They're going to go no huddle here. 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning. Gets the snap off. Luyendula across the middle. That pass is deflected away. Almost intercepted as it bobbled through 5 Tulsa Desperado's hands. Everyone, this game is bananas. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Everyone, we're live in Tulsa Desperado. Here with the Seattle Tyrants on the move. I'm your play-by-play, Damon Simeon. Alongside me is the great analyst, T-Roy Gaines. Tulsa 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line of Seattle. Great pass reception across the middle of the field. And that is to the tight end, Tristan Carr. He's been busy today. Luyendula in the backfield all by himself. 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the game. One step drop. There was a strike across the middle of the field. That pass is going to be incomplete. And that was intended to Carr once again. Threw it to triple coverage, T-Roy.
Yeah, that was the first time he didn't hesitate and throw the ball and didn't come up roses for Seattle. The last 3 or 4 attempts, when Luya Dua didn't hesitate, he threw that ball. It was completed passes. So here's a very important fourth down. I think number 32 might be getting the ball in spite of the fact that it's 4th and 2, but I think he should be getting the ball.
3 wide receivers set, 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the ticker. Two-step drop. Throws a lob. That pass is incomplete. Junior Senior the third intended receiver. And man, Dante West with great coverage comes up big for the Tulsa Desperados. And that's going to be a turnover on downs, T-Roy.
A very important turnover on downs. That was an ill-advised throw to Junior Senior Ferg. You know why I say that? Because Sandlin was all by himself on Leondo's right side, and he did not look his way, and that could have cost him because Sandlin could have gotten that first down. Instead, Tulsa gets another chance to melt the clock.
I missed that Sandlin was open, but I was looking at the pressure that Luyendula was getting right up the middle, and he stepped to the side. And that's why that pass was wobbly. Not sure if you saw it on the replay. Oh, what a big shot! Taken by Sonzo Robinson, and that is Kane Vasquez.
It looks like Kane gave Sonzo the last ride from a place I'm not allowed to say because of FCC regulations, but that was a great tackle by him, and that could help Seattle big time if they able to stop Tulsa on this side of the field.
2nd and 12 now. Handoff into Robinson up the middle of the field. Robinson picks up 6 yards on that carry before being tackled by Vasquez again.
We're not seeing the shoulder lean here in the SFL. We're seeing shoulder charges by both running backs. Sonzo doing a great job muscling forward, making this a more manageable 3rd and 6. And actually, this is very important for Tulsa. If they can get this first down, it's pretty much ball game.
3rd and 6. 3-3. Nickel deformation for the defense. There's pressure, and Sonzo is hitting the backfield. Going to lose 3 yards on that tackle.
Good job by Jenkins there. I think that is the first time we mentioned Pop-Tart Jenkins, Lyric Jenkins, making a huge play for his team, giving Seattle a chance to march down the field and tie this game up with a nice open field tackle on Sonzo Robinson.
This is dangerous. I think that Tulsa should have passed the ball on that 3rd down because they had because Seattle had a timeout to burn. 4th and 9 now. They punted away back to Seattle. Nick Castle on the return. There's Castle getting hit and brought down to the 19-yard line. 1 minute and 18 seconds left on the clock, T-Roy. That is a lot of time left for Luyendula to do magic.
Yes, but he has to do what Ashley Jackson was able to do in the 3rd quarter. Shake off those cobwebs, march his team down the field, and tie it up so they can stay in the top 5 race. Because if they lose, they can drop almost as far as 4th or 5th.
And that basically probably would take you out of home field advantage. And there's a strike down to the bottom of the field. He got Junior Senior the third, picks up 4 yards. He's 98 yards today.
Yeah, he's been coming up clutch, but I'm a little bit worried about Luyendula. He keeps doing that little pump fake. It's not really a true pump fake, but that's a little bit of hesitation there.
He taps it. He taps it there. Yeah, I noticed that myself. He taps the ball back there, and you're right. It does looks like he does a little jerk with it as well when he pats it, and it looks like he's doing a pump fake there. He could throw off his receivers doing that, you know?
Exactly.
He's pressured. He's brought down at the 22.
Luyendula has to get back behind the center there. Hurry up.
I think he's a little dazed. May have a concussion call here. 3 wide receiver set. Takes 2 steps.
He did
Throw
again.
across the middle of the field and pass. He's caught. He caught it. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Junior Senior the third comes up with that catch. It looks like it bounced off the tight end, and he comes away with that outstanding reception.
And if this game gets tied, we have to mark on that play previously that awareness by Junior Senior the third to make that catch off the reflection of his own player. That was awesome by Junior Senior the third to extend this drive.
I agree with you. If they do tie this game up, that has to be the play of the week. Logan Doolin in the shotgun, takes a step, drop, pump fake, got a strike across the middle of the field to Junior Senior the third. Now they're gonna go no huddle here. 38 seconds, you gotta hurry up. Clock, tick, 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 tick. Logan Doolin, what are you waiting on? Spike the ball. You're losing time.
Wow, that took about 8 seconds, I believe, for them to get set so he can spike the ball. Seattle has to hurry up.
31 seconds left here in this ball game at Seattle's 48-yard line, so they have not crossed midfield yet, T-Roy.
Yeah, but they're going to have to make some magic happen right now with just 31 seconds left.
Junior Senior the third down to the bottom of the field. Sandlin in the backfield, going to stay in and help block for protection, and that pass is caught to the top of the field, and they come away with the first down, but the most important, they step out of bounds to stop the clock.
Again,
Nick Castle.
Hashtag couch the field, because Nick Castle made another great play. You said it, Damon, the important part, getting out of bounds. I called a game earlier this season where the wide receiver for Chicago unfortunately didn't get out of bounds, and that cost his team a chance to win it. Castle may have helped this team win this game with that great play.
4 wide receivers on the field, 26 seconds left on the clock. Shotgun formation is the Tyrants. Sandlin goes out on a route, and he got a man across the middle of the field. No timeouts left. They gotta go, no hurry. 2nd and 2 now.
Taking too much time
to get settled. What are you doing?
Oh, he's going to throw it.
Got him in the middle of the field. That pass is
hurry
caught.
up! No, you don't have enough time. That's it.
Seconds. The time is running out. Tick, 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 tick is the clock. They're not going to go underneath the center, and that's the ball game. The Tulsa Desperados has upset the Seattle Tyrants, and they come up big in this playoff race in the SFL.
And that will drop Seattle a couple of spots, at least 2/3, maybe 4th, thanks to that loss and poor time management at the end of the game. Seattle had a hard time getting set at the line, taking an average of 7 seconds each time they had to down the ball, and that cost them in Tulsa. They knew that their playoff hopes were riding on them, pulling off a huge upset, and they came to play today. This was a great game plan scheme by Deion Hawkins, and Dante West made some clutch interceptions today, helping his team out, and I am excited for Tulsa's chances making the playoffs here, Damon.
Man, what a ball game this was, my friend. And I tell you, I have the headache to prove it. As we stated earlier, this was like a heavyweight fight, man. Back and forth, where both of these teams going, trading the lead and so forth. Oh, man, what a game. I mean, you got to give it up. Kudos to the Desperados for coming in here and for fighting hard against this great Seattle Tyrants team that was, up in the top 6 in the standings. And we just have to wait and see how things play out as far as what they're going to drop down to, and see if Tulsa is going to jump up into that playoff race. They may need some help come the rest of this week and for week 12 as well to get in.
Yeah, what Tulsa needs to do, they just need to take care of business and win the rest of their games. Just win out, and then whoever comes their way due to teams dropping and losing, that'll be a plus. But Tulsa right now, their focus should be win every game, win out for the rest of the season, finishing at 7-5. They are off to a great start right now.
Yeah, they are to an extremely great start for this playoff run. And as I stated earlier during one of the breaks, that this team, Tulsa, looks like their expansion season. The way they're moving the ball downfield through the air and making great shots. Should I say, making great catches in the receiving game and so forth. These 3 receivers, man, for this team, along with the tight end, played big today. And T-Roy, there's your player of the game.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson finishing with 342 yards passing, 4 TDs, a QB rating of 128.4. Awesome game by her.
Absolutely. Everyone, thank you for watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. I'm your play-by-play caller today, Damon Simeon, and he is
T-Word Games.
We're signing off. Peace.
Have a good week, SFL Nation.